The box mount model is the second of the permanent mount Sani-Cons that we'll walk through installation for.
Because of the many variations in RVs, be sure to completely review your Sani-Con owner's manual before beginning installation. It will guide you in detail through the electrical procedures and connections necessary to properly install the product. Begin the installation process by gathering the tools needed for the job. They include a wire crimper, a wire stripper, a Phillips or flathead screwdriver, a 3/8-inch wrench or deep well socket, a 5/16-inch nut driver, and a drill with a 1/4-inch bit. Here are 3 general installation guidelines. First, be sure there's sufficient clearance for the Sani-Con. If the installation is outside the RV, be sure that the pump doesn't extend beyond the coach's sidewall. Second, plan in easy accessibility to its power switch. And third, be sure to mount Sani-Con to achieve optimal gravity flow into the pump. There are also several general electrical guidelines. First and foremost, follow all safety procedures in the owner's manual when making all electrical connections. Next, Sani-Con requires a dedicated 20-amp 12-volt DC power source, along with a 20-amp fuse or breaker installed within 18 inches of the power source. You'll want to take note of the distance between where Sani-Con will mount and the power source. If the distance exceeds 20 feet, use 10-gauge wire. If it's less than 20 feet, use 12-gauge wire. And lastly, protect all wires with a sheath during installation and use. Now, let's cover the box mount installation process itself. Remove the dump valve cap. Lay in the Sani-Con to confirm that when installed, it won't interfere with operating the valve handle. Next, flush all debris from the holding tanks before beginning installation, and be sure the Sani-Con's power switch is turned off. If possible, position the pump box on the compartment floor or wall, allowing easy access to its rear screwdriver slot where the inlet hose can reach the RV dump valve. There wasn't room in our example due to compartment obstructions. And again, because this is a gravity feed system, be sure the box mounts below the height of the valve outlet. Fasten the box to the mounting surface with the provided self-tapping screws. Be sure to position the standard box mount model's 2-foot flexible inlet hose to check for fit and potential kinks or traps in the line or any interference with valve handle operation. If you encounter problems, the box may need to be repositioned or the hose may need to be shortened. To shorten the 3-inch diameter discharge feed hose, remove the bayonet elbow by loosening the clamp. Slide the clamp closer to the pump. Next, twist the bayonet onto the dump valve opening until it clicks in place. Determine where to cut the feed hose, and do so. Attach the hose to the bayonet, covering the large rubber band material. Slide the clamp back over the bayonet and hose, and then tighten the clamp. Lastly, make the final electrical connections. Then test the unit by momentarily turning the switch on and off. That's all there is to it. The box mount is now ready to help you make dumping the holding tanks easier than pumping gas.